We are looking at Ryan Garcia and his recent interview with Reed Magazine, where he stated that he wants to leave Golden Boy Promotions following his next fight. Now, look, to say I wasn't not surprised about this would be an understatement. There's always been a lot of tension at Golden Boy Promotions between mainly Oscar De La Hoya, with him being the promoter, and the fighters that he decides to promote. He had a very, very big falling out with Canelo Alvarez a couple of years ago, which ended with Canelo ending up leaving Golden Boy Promotions, and he just in past years has been very, very, very critical of the guys that he's beginning to bring up. And while he has done a really great job, especially from a lot of these Mexican American type boxers, of course Canelo, Ryan Garcia, he has Jaime Munguia as of right now, he also has not done a great job in really keeping those relationships within a healthy space. I mean, there was an incident back in 2019, which is really where this all really started, when Ryan was preparing to face off against Romero Duno, but contract extensions with Golden Boy Promotions quickly went downhill. Oscar was being very, very petty when it came to wanting to give Ryan more money. Ryan also stated, within this article, that Oscar's team was not as encouraging and supportive to him following the loss to Tank Davis and whatnot. And from there, Ryan really has two big time options when it comes to promoters. It's either Eddie Hearn with Matchroom Boxing, or of course Riyadh Season. Either way, I think that the big matchup would obviously be the Devin Haney rematch. I think that's the fight that, while there's been a lot of hype and confidence lost from that fight because of the Times Square card, I still think that a lot of people would love to see that, because there's narrative, there's story behind that fight, there's controversy to that fight right now. Those two sold the last fight really, really well, and I think that they're a really great style matchup against each other, and one that Ryan can really win and begin to really get his career back on track. And I think with either Eddie or Turkey Al Sheikh, I think either that can happen. And right now, I think that we are still in a really good situation to make that fight happen. If Haney can get past Brian Norman Jr., that would be a big time win for him, and would notch him a belt within the welterweight division. And then whoever Garcia decides to come back with, whether it's Romero, whether it's Pacquiao, if he can win that fight, and if he can do it in devastating fashion, which he needs to do to be able to, skyrocket his name once again to the top, that rematch all of a sudden becomes more and more intriguing than it ever has been. And then hopefully we can do that either the beginning or the middle of 2026, which would be one of the bigger events, that we've seen in recent history in boxing.